Speaker, my question is to the Minister of Children, Community and Social Services. Since the minister's disastrous autism program announcement, families have taken to the street in protest. They're angry that services are being ripped away from their children. And now the media has reported that the minister and her staff forced endorsements and bullied their opposition into silence. Parents, advocates and service providers are all calling for the same thing, the minister's resignation. Will the minister listen to thousands of people and parents across this province and restore the integrity of the ministry and resign immediately?
Members, please take their seats. The Minister of Children, Community and Social Services.
Thanks very much, Speaker. I want to start by congratulating the member opposite for being a grandmother today. And then I'm going to second this by saying, no, I'm not resigning. I'm incredibly proud of this plan. This is a plan that the government has put forward. It is data-driven, it is evidence-based, and it is the most fair and equitable approach that we can take to 23,000 children languishing on an endless wait list to get them the services that they so desperately need. This is a government that is driven by making sure that we support early intervention, which I'm sure the member opposite would agree is important. It is driven by a desire to empower parents so that they can make the best choices for their families. But I ask the member opposite, why does she think it's okay for 23,000 children, or 3 out of 4 children in the province of Ontario, to be denied support from their government? I don't agree with that.
Supplementary.
This minister just had to say. First of all, it's not evidence-based and only 25%, but now you're giving 100% nothing. It doesn't make sense, Minister. Speaker, the minister has sent a chilling message to communities that she is supposed to serve. The message is, if you don't agree with us, then the Conservative government will threaten you and bully you into submission. Wow. Children with autism and their families deserve so much better. And the families have spoken. We need a true investment in an autism program that meets children's needs. The ministry must go back to the drawing board on this Ontario autism program, but this time with a new minister. Will the minister do the right thing and resign so that work can move forward on the autism program?
Members, please take their seats. Minister.
Thanks very much, Speaker, and I appreciate the passion for which the member opposite brings. This is a gut-wrenching issue, and when I inherited this portfolio, I inherited a bankrupt, or almost bankrupt, Ontario autism program that required $100 million of emergency funding just to service 25% of the children. That was wrong. It was unfair, it was inequitable, and it was unsustainable. So, Speaker, as the minister responsible for this program, I'm doing what is in the best interest of all children. We're going to invest in early intervention. We are going to clear the wait list. We are going to double investments into diagnostic hubs, and we're going to pass the money directly to parents so that they can choose between behavioral therapy or diagnostic supports, or technological aids, or respite care, or caregiver training. But let me be perfectly clear, Speaker. This government believes in this plan. This government will implement this plan, and I will be the minister that does this.